Thank God it's a big safe takeover so I can do this properly for you, homie. Welcome to the Perspective Chasers Pod. What the hell do you do between Christmas and New Year? I drove past it on Christmas Day. Woo, Christmas Eve. Drove past it the next day. Wouldn't have thought it was Christmas Day before. Like I said, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Those 4 days are just kind of like... It's just sports and junk food week. That's all it is to me. I'm binging food. I'm binging sleep. I'm binging games. I'm binging curse words. Trips to the bathroom. I'm binging everything. Playing up a little bit here. It's January 2nd, you know. And if I hear the rustle of a chocolate paper, I'm slapping something. But suddenly on the 2nd of January, when I go back to work, I know what time it is. I know what day it is. And it's a miracle because right now, I ain't got a clue.
I got a mental warm up for you today.
Well, I'm going to need it because my brain has been shut down.
Yeah. But a little bit different. I got a riddle for you.
Oh, no.
To be specific, I got 3 riddles for you.
Oh, Jesus.
First one. What has hands but cannot clap?
The clock.
Damn you.
I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good about this. I got one banked.
I have a life. I have no life, but I can die. Damn it, I've lost it. Helps if the quizmaster or whatever you want to call it really don't mess up.
Get riddles that actually make sense, mate.
It does.
It's not when you're explaining it.
I know. I have no life, but I can die. What am I?
A battery.
Yeah, we've experienced those dying plenty of times. What can you put in a bucket to make it weigh less?
What can you put in a bucket to make it weigh less?
Yeah.
A hole.
Yeah.
Alright. See you in 2025.
3 for 3. You feel better? You feel mentally warm?
I don't feel mentally warm, but I feel very smug. I feel like you thought you were going to trip my ass up with that.
To be fair, I didn't look that hard for hard riddles. I was actually surprised you got them here. But you said you was like in a bloody
I was expecting
hibernation.
Yeah, I was in hibernation, but I haven't gone back to being, an embryo.
You want to give me a second to try and find a hard one?
No, I don't feel like you deserve it, to be honest, mate.
You want to stay on your little high horse?
Ain't nothing little about it, mate. There's no little high horse that can support this fat ass.
That is very true. Yeah, there's a running theme of you and animals in this, and it's not looking good.
Killed a pony and punted 20 kittens. What a year on the pod.
Right, and on that note, let's go get into the episode. What's going on, beautiful people? This is the Perspective Chasers podcast. I'm your host, John.
And I'm wondering why you sound like it's a funeral.
Oh,
it's a Perspective Chasers podcast, man. Have some oomph behind your voice. Welcome to the podcast. Thank God it's a big safe takeover so I can do this properly for you, homie. Welcome to the Perspective Chasers pod.
Yeah, you don't edit the sound.
I'm a bear. And who are you?
I'm John.
Why do you sound so sad today, man?
I'm chill.
There's a difference between chill and hi. Are you going for it in my face?
Always. I'm always in black.
Get some chill, get some bass back in that voice, big man.
Is it really that bad?
It feels a bit, feels sad.
Can I do some star jumps?
I feel like I'm sitting at the back of a church or something right now, man.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Flashbacks.
It's kind of pertinent, because today I want to talk about what the hell do you do between Christmas and New Year? What the hell do you do? It just feels so lost in the whole year. Like, everyone accounts for everything up until December 25th. And then nothing until 1st January. And it feels a bit like how your voice sounds. Just a bit.
Monotone.
Okay. Because it's true, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. Most people take time off work. So I just completely hibernated. And I just stepped outside for the first time in a couple of days, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I don't know. What are we meant to do at this time of year?
I think a lot of people make a hell of a lot of fuss over Christmas and everything else that it's just catching your breath in those few days. I
Because
mean,
it's just like a week of like, okay. And all of a sudden you're back to work and all like normality, like so quickly into the year that it's like, what the hell? What are we doing?
hamster's back on the wheel.
But the hamster's fallen off the wall and don't know where it is anymore.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know, it's literally just like, it's controlled chaos in that sense. Like, everybody knows every year Christmas is coming around, everyone panics, and then everybody's like exhausted. They go around seeing family and driving and this, that, or whatever else. Their social batteries are depleted. But then New Year's is only a couple of days away, so they're either making plans for that or charging up for that or trying to recoup financially in the interim or whatever else. Like, I don't know. I think it is like oddly ties into a thought that I had the other day of like why it's called Boxing Day.
Oh, there is a reason, but I can't remember.
But
There
like,
is actually a reason.
yeah, I know. Like there are and reason for most
But
things,
only here, though. Over there in Ireland, it's St. Stephen's Day.
but
And most places, no, it's just a normal day. It's just the day after Christmas.
like even if you take it directly, yeah, which again, the actual meaning's freaking lost on me at the minute. But like, just all the leftover boxes and rubbish and just decluttering. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That might... Something in my head says that's something to do with it.
I,
I
on
don't.
the
I'm
surface
pretty
of it,
confident there's nothing to do with actually boxing like the sport.
no.
But I'm pretty sure it's something to do with that.
Like rubbish and like
I'm pretty sure it's to do with like unboxing or something like that. I remember thinking, well, that's stupid.
Mm. But like, because when I was clearing up after the chaos of Christmas and everything else, like, I was thinking about it, just like, oh, I've got Christmas cleared up before Boxing Day, and I was like, I literally had like a bunch of empty boxes in my hands. I was like, irony or not? And then yeah, so I've literally just kind of had that in the back of my head for a little while. So like, yeah, the kind of the as soon that takes care of like you got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day, and then you've got 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, New Year's Eve.
Mm.
Like,
But like I said, 27, 28, 29, and 30, those 4 days are just kind of like, what day is it? I don't know.
mm,
In a weird way, it's one of my favorite weeks of the year. Because as a bear, I get to do what bears do. Hibernate.
mm,
I hide and I don't eat proper food. Like,
fair.
we eating share bags of crisps for breakfast,
See, I've done.
tins of chocolates for lunch, and God knows what for dinner. But there's no actual concept to what the hell I'm doing
I'm not gonna lie.
for
Like,
about 5 days. Also, we all know that your boy likes sports. Sports every day. Because everything goes mental. And it's great. Like, there's sports on days when there's not normally sports. And you're like, ooh, I got to watch sports on Christmas Day, on Boxing Day, the day after Boxing Day, the day after that. There's
that,
sports that I don't typically watch, but I'm like, it's Christmas week, innit? I'm going to watch it. Today, I watched some dudes throwing arrows at a board. It's what we call darts. And I'm like, normally I'd be like, what am I doing? But today, did I do that? No. Today I was like, yeah, this is the stuff. I wouldn't do that any other time, do you?
again, like,
And I hit a ball that's stick. So,
sometimes.
most of the time, I just don't hit it well.
Fair.
Not often I miss it. So I haven't played in about a week or so that's going to be rough when I go back out there.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it is just kind of like
To me, it's just
in
sports.
the air kind of couple of days.
It's just
like,
sports and junk food week. That's all it is to me.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, New Year's Eve. Something I haven't thought about all year, but all of a sudden on that day, I just go, ooh, I feel like I should do some dumb stuff.
I think it should be branded binge week because if it's not sports,
I'm binging everything.
Yeah, if it's not sports,
I'm binging sports. I'm binging food. I'm binging sleep. I'm binging games. I'm binging curse words. Trips to the bathroom. I'm binging everything. There's nothing I'm not binging.
Yeah, I definitely think like those 4 days should be just rebranded like the friggin'.
Maybe it's like the week where like you realize that in a week's time you gotta get serious again. And it's the start of the year, so most of us just instinctively think, alright, gotta start hot. Kind of broke. So that means like my food's gonna be a bit more on point than it normally would be. And I wanna get back in the gym. And I wanna like do stuff with my career stuff. So we all kind of start hot. Do you think that last week of the year is just I'm gonna cram in as much nonsense as I can? it's like the destruction before the cleanse. Because you know deep down you're gonna be like, we need to tighten up a little bit here. It's January 2nd, right? But like the lead up is just like, all right, I'm gonna eat so many crisps that come January 2nd, I don't want to see another one.
Yeah,
and if I hear the rustle of a chocolate paper, I'm slapping someone.
I was just about to ask that. Like, do you think it makes people go harder as a result of that? Because like at the minute, like obviously my eating is messed up, but I'm eating like
That makes no sense.
one good big meal at the minute, and then pretty much just chocolate throughout the day, the rest of the day. You know? And I'm probably not the only one surviving like that.
I had a whole tin of think of whatever name brand you'd like to myself today. Tin cap.
Yeah, that would literally make me throw up.
And stuff those wrappers into a box or something that I'd already eaten. And a makeshift bin.
Yeah, that would definitely tip me over the edge. But for me, I've been eating like a lot of chocolate and all of that nonsense. Everything. But there is, I think like, just when I say like it makes people overindulge or whatever else, so like, okay, cool. If I've got to be good in January, if I want to try to be sober in January or clean up my diet, I'm going to have everything I want now, so I don't want that rustle of the crisps or the sound of chocolate or whatever else. Like, there's...
Maybe next year I'll just have like a really clean December and then be an absolute degenerate in the January, so like I don't feel miserable like everyone else does. Just rolling the January, everyone's like, I gotta take things seriously. I just walk in with like a double quarter pounder and a bottle of beer. Like, I don't know, I'm not conventional. I was clean in December, screw you. It's like my Christmas is January.
For the thing, it's funny because like, again, it's like what 2-3 days after Christmas, and like you go into the shops and all of the Christmas stuff is already like heavily reduced and all of that.
It's already gone. What are you talking about?
No, some of it's still in there.
But I drove past the same shop twice within the space of 2 days. I drove past it on Christmas Day. Woo, Christmas Eve. Drove past it the next day. Wouldn't have thought it was Christmas the day before.
Yeah.
God.
And this is
They were making their workers take it down. Like, during Christmas Eve and Christmas. It's like, this is what we do.
The turnover of the world is so rapid, and this is the thing. Like 1 minute it'll be like, yeah, New Year, New Me, all of those rowdy nonsense or whatever else, and the next thing people will be forgetting about the commitments that they made to themselves or tried to make.
It's gonna be dry January where no one drinks, and then February 1st everyone's gonna drink enough to forget about dry January.
Well, yeah, because come February, Valentine's Day is coming, and anybody that's not in a relationship or feeling bad about themselves is going to want to drown their sorrows.
Who's been in a relationship 5 to 10 years plus getting hammered.
Or people are like, oh, I want to meet somebody, let's go out and get hammered.
First date, hammered.
So, like, do you see what I mean? Where it's almost like
in the first 5 years, it's still exciting. Hammered by accident. Like,
well, even still, 5 years, we got to celebrate.
Hammered. It's been 5 months. Hammered.
Again, like, there's so many cycles in.
And then there's the outliers where they're just like, the days are starting to get a little bit longer. Hammered. It's not even spring yet, but I can feel it's coming. Hammered.
It's like a little bit of sunshine, you know?
It's light at 5 o'clock. Hammered.
Yeah. Again, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, do you know?
Hammered.
But there's, I don't know, I do think people just go through those kind of cycles and that, like, again, how many people are going to try make improvements to themselves or whatever else simply because it is January or whatever else?
I wonder how many people have, like, go from, like, Christmas Eve through to New Year's Day without actually really being technically sober.
Probably plenty.
Rough to me.
Like,
how many people will be eating, like, turkey curries 3 days after Christmas?
I see something the other day that was like basically asking people like what time's appropriate to start drinking on Christmas Day.
Hey.
And that was pretty much the kind
of... Not that I actually typically drink on Christmas. I didn't touch a drop this year. But if I was going to, ain't no one going to tell me what time it is.
Yeah. So
If it's 8 in the morning, I'm taking that coffee Irish.
And I think that kind of trend kind of goes throughout those kind of like buffer days. Do you know what I mean? Where it's just like, look, anything could happen here. Like,
Just wake up.
I might wake up
drunk beer on the shelf, and they go,
yeah. I might wake up at 10, 11 o'clock and roll over and finish that half-drunk beer. And
well thirsty.
I might wake up still with my face on the pizza that I was mid-eating. Like, whatever it is, like, God's sake. There's so many kind of interims where it's just like, we're going to indulge. And that's what I'm saying, where it's like those kind of like middle days where I don't even think they should be branded days of the week. Like,
they're not, though. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. You just remove their title.
You know how we're all the same, right? In a sense that we are such, like, we are routine. We all have routines. We all follow constructs. It's Monday. It's Tuesday. It's 5 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Whatever. Don't exist me right now. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. If I make an appointment with you, good luck, because I don't know what time it is anymore. But suddenly on the 2nd of January, when I go back to work, I know what time it is. I know what day it is. And it's a miracle, because right now, I ain't got a clue. It's like I've forgotten how to do any of it.
Here's a question. Which do you prefer?
Out of what? You said which do I prefer, but didn't follow it up, mate.
With what you just said, either not abiding by a clock and kind of just going on your own schedule, not knowing what day it is.
Or going on my own schedule. I hate schedules. I hate them. But I have to actually go and earn money and do things and have appointments. But if I had it my way, I just do things that I want to do things.
I think it's a country around Scandinavia or something. I could be wrong as always. But they basically don't operate any clocks or anything like that.
You're talking about the island that is at the very tip of Norway.
That might be it.
Is it Starbard or something like that? I can't remember. Somewhere I want to go. Yeah, they don't operate. They don't really follow time. That's because for 3 months out of the year, they're just dark. For 3 months out of the year, they're just light.
But all of the shops are just open whenever. Sometimes people are playing basketball like 3 a.m. in the morning or whatever.
Light.
Again, but not just that, because other people are up. Like, if that was the centre of London and it was light and somebody was playing basketball, they'd be like, go to sleep, I've got work in the morning. But because everybody damn, croak. I finally got some enthusiasm in my voice. Yeah, just turn it up a bit late, sorry.
That might bring me that 6-pack.
That's definitely not happening.
Let's play a 6-pack of what?
True. But yeah, like, because everybody does it, it works. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, everybody here operates on a strict clock. It's 5 o'clock, it's 5 a.m. or whatever else. And do you know what I mean? Like, whereas we both work shifts.
Let me go do what I want when I want.
But throughout our lives, we've both worked stupid hours of the night and freaking all hours of the day and everything else. We've played with our body clocks ridiculous amounts of times.
Yeah.
So, like, to go to somewhere where it's just like, hey, if you wake up randomly at 4 a.m. with energy, you can go play golf. Yeah, go for it. Like, okay, it might not be sunny, but we're prepared for the dark, so we have lights on our golf courses, or we have lights on our basketball courts, or the bloody internet cafes open, or the music places open, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, because everybody kind of operates like that and everybody understands, like, that's the lifestyle there, it works.
Oh, definitely. I'd love to be like that.
Oh, I would find it absolutely fascinating to kind of live in a place like that, even, at least for a while. Do you know what I mean? Like, just as a kind of social experiment, to, like, long enough to see when your own body clock evens out. When do I actually want to go to sleep? When do I actually want to wake up? When do I naturally feel hungry? Do I want 3 meals a day, or do I want 2? Do I want 4 or 6?
Do I want 10 today?
Exactly. But again, like, doing that for long enough that you actually find your natural equilibrium and that kind of...
Big words for you.
I know, right? That point of balance within yourself where you actually want to be like, I feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I have a natural bedtime where I know my body starts to feel tired about this time. Whether I look at the clock or not, my body knows it's tired and it wants to go to sleep. If I ignore it and everything else, I feel rough the next day.
Yeah.
And I know it. But if I listen to it, I go to sleep at that time, I'm sweet. If I eat this type of food, I'm sweet. But if I'm rushing around and I'm force-feeding myself absolute nonsense, I'm going to feel rough for it. Like, again, enough kind of wiggle room in yourself to kind of realize what you actually want as a person. Like, I don't think we take that time for that. We say, what does society want? What does society do? How can we fit in? Not what do we need? What fits us and da 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 da, and then try to fit that into society or into a part of society or whatever.
True.
But yeah.
Anyways, let's wrap up this episode.
Wrap it up, bad boy.
Yeah. Like a crusty person you don't want, you're about to punt out the window.
Any of those this year?
Actually, I've done alright this year. Done alright this year, to be honest with you, so yeah. Alright. But anyways, wrapping up this episode. It's the last week of the year. No one really cares. So don't be afraid of doing whatever the hell you want to do. You want to have an extra biscuit? Have an extra biscuit. You want to sleep all day? Don't matter, man. Do your thing. You've earned it by this point. You got a seed for this episode?
I do indeed.
My man. Still turning up, planting seed.
Quite ironically appropriate, because the seed is take the time when everybody else is taking it easy to grind. If you want to grind and if you want to do something, everybody else is taking their foot off the gas, choose not to. Everything is a decision. You can choose whether to grind or whether to take it easy. You don't always have to take it easy. You don't have to go with the tide. Take off your watch and don't look at the clock. Take control of your life and do what you want when you want to do. It's your life. You're in control of it. Don't let anybody else's idea of what you should be doing or how to spend time kind of dictate what you do.
There you go. Grind or have a chocolate biscuit. Or do both.
Grind having a chocolate biscuit.
See you later.
All the best. We'll catch you on the next one.